Hello foodies, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be slashing calories from donuts, which means fewer fats and carbs, a little bit more protein and sugar-free. Just like we always do on this channel, let's get started. First, let's mix your dry ingredients. Add 40 grams of flour into a large bowl. Use any kind of flour you like. I usually go for regular or rice flour. Add half a teaspoon of baking powder and 20 grams of casein for extra protein. If you don't have casein, you can substitute it with non-fat dry milk. It will slightly lower the protein and the calories of your donuts, but will give you a creamier taste, or you can skip it altogether. This ingredient is optional. Mix everything well. Now add 100 grams of Greek yogurt, I'm using 2%, and 1 teaspoon of calorie-free vanilla powder. When you're dieting and you want to still be on your calorie deficit, please always check all the ingredients you are using and don't forget to put them in your calorie tracking app. For example, this vanilla extract is 0 calories. It's not necessary to add this particular ingredient into my calorie tracking app, but if I would use, for example, this liquid vanilla extract or, for example, this natural bourbon vanilla kind of a syrup, half a teaspoon of this vanilla extract would cost me something like 30 calories, and this syrup would cost me something like 40 extra calories. So all the ingredients matters. Don't forget to check the nutrition facts on the exact product you are using, not only the one that I'm mentioning to you, because all the products are varies in different countries. Because when you're saying that, well, I'm dieting, I'm on a calorie deficit, I'm very hungry, but I'm not losing fat, well, it means that you're still hungry, but you are not in a calorie deficit, because when you are on a calorie deficit, you are surely losing fat. So always check for those gaps and holes through which all those sneaky hidden calories coming into your day-to-day menu. Surely things like this are the hidden treasure of all those sneaky calories that you're not counting, that you are not seeing, you're not feeling, they're not making you any fuller, happier, but they cost a lot. For example, 20 calories here, 20 calories there, and by the end of the day you're getting extra 150 calories. Well, it's exactly the amount of calories that keeps you far away from calorie deficit and placing you somewhere, well, closer to calorie maintenance level. If you want, you can add 10 or 15 grams of resistant starch, also known as soluble corn fiber. I've been using it a lot in my baking since I discovered this ingredient. It makes your baked goods more filling, improves your gut health, and helps to regulate blood sugar. Plus, it adds moisture and softness into your baked goods, allowing you to easily cut fat from your recipe without losing quality. I think it is a perfect combo for donuts, but today I will skip it just to show you kind of the simpler recipe with accessible ingredients. You love low-calorie baking with using protein powders, but sometimes struggle with its dryness, or sometimes they feel a little bit more rubbery. I highly recommend you stocking up on ingredients like these. I will leave the links in the description for the products that I'm using and I'm recommending in this video. Now let's set the dry mix aside and preheat your oven for 160 degrees Celsius. It's 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure that by the time we finish the batter, the oven will be ready and we can bake the donuts immediately. This batter doesn't like to wait around. Now for the wet ingredients. We'll only need 1 egg. Whip it with a mixer until fluffy and smooth. Start on a low speed. Once you see bubbles forming, add 50 grams of any kind of sugar substitute you like. I'm using erithritol blend here. And gradually increase the speed. If you start whipping at a high speed right away, the bubbles won't be equal size and the donut might collapse in the oven. Don't stop whipping too early. Keep going until the bubbles disappear and the mixture turns slightly thickened and smooth. If your eggs aren't whipping properly, it could be due to a weaker mixer or your lack of patience or overly fresh eggs. For example, in classic French recipes, they recommend to use kind of aged eggs just because their whites whip better. But if you often struggle that your eggs are not whipping properly, or your baked goods are collapsing in the oven, or when they are chilling after the oven, you can stabilize any of your mixture by adding inulin fiber, or you can also use a pinch of xanthan gum or guar gum. These ingredients will stabilize your batter and helps the foam to hold. But today I have very good eggs, and for this recipe I will not use any stabilizers and the result is still beautifully smooth. Now let's combine the whipped egg with the dry ingredients. Add the dry mix gradually, 1 spoonful at a time, to preserve the fluffiness of the whipped egg. Oh guys, and a quick note, please let me know in the comments if my ingredient tips and techniques seems too detailed or too boring for you. It's just I'm extremely passionate about making low-calorie recipes that still taste amazing and look amazing, and I love experimenting with new ingredients to improve flavor and the texture, to find ingredients that not only work as a technical ingredients but also gives us something in terms of health benefits as well. And I'm very happy to share them with you. But if you prefer the shorter videos, just let me know and I will try to keep things more concise. Once the batter is ready, transfer it in a silicone donut mold. Mine is from Amazon, links will be also in the description, and I'm using a piping bag for neatness, but you can also spoon the batter in. Now bake the donuts for 20 to 30 minutes. Please don't open the oven for the first 20 minutes to avoid collapsing. Look at our donuts after 30 minutes. Now I will turn off the oven and let the donuts sit inside for another 10 minutes to finish cooking and get that golden color. And here is how they look after baking. Let's take them out and place them on a cooling rack. While the donuts cool, let's make a super simple, quick and protein-packed glaze. Mix together 50 grams of the same Greek yogurt we used for the donuts, a couple of drops of intense liquid sweetener, and 15 grams of the same casein or non-fat dry milk. Using casein will give the glaze a little bit more of a matte finish, while non-fat dry milk will create a creamier taste and glossy texture. Today I've bought myself a little bit of beets at the market. I'm going to make some warm salads and I had a little bit left, so I will be using 1 teaspoon of fresh beet juice just to give our glaze a pop of color. Beet juice is incredibly pigmented and so it will not add any of beet flavor to the glaze, but of course you can use regular food coloring if you prefer. Once your glaze is ready, coat the donuts and don't forget the toppings. I added 2 grams of tiny star sprinkles for decorations, but you can also use some chopped nuts, dried berries or drizzle some chocolate instead. It is very gentle donut. Now let's give it a try. I hope you will love them as much as I do, and don't forget to check my playlist with other high protein and low calorie recipes. See you!